Hello everyone, and it's finally time to visit Pleasure Pond. I'm back from holidays. I am incredibly grateful and thankful for all the support on that series, and today we will be going through here with a little plot twist. Well, actually not a plot twist, but there's going to be something special within the video, but also at the end of the video. So there's a good reason for you to stick with me till the end, and yeah, we are just going to have a chill, relaxed stroll through that park. So before we really get into it, there is a couple of things. So if you occasionally just dropped into the video and it's the first video ever you see that popped up to your feed or whatever, and why not, and you found me and you want to have a stroll in a little theme park, and you might be wondering why there is a couple of things unfinished, and here and there may be some things that do not look coherent. This was a series that I created for my summer holiday break, and I wanted to showcase how quickly you can put together a park using the Frontier Workshop, using your own skill to mix and match existing blueprints, people created blueprints and your own imagination, your own skills, and mix it up with a bit of work yourself, and then see where this is going using the in-game brushes and tools to your advantage and making sure that all goes. So the park you're seeing today, we are just going to stroll through, has taken me around 6 hours of my life, I guess, at the end of the day. And yeah, I did a bit of stuff off screen, so in total I may have gotten to about 8 hours. So what you see on screen has been done in 8 hours on the PC version of the game. We are going to jump out of the guest cam at the very end, so I'm going to show you all the management stuff, because this park has been run with most of the management stuff activated. The only thing I will scrap was the money, because I was lazy for waiting for the money to do all of that. But yeah, we've had throughout this whole season, the whole series, we've had a lot of beautiful blueprints. This wonderful entrance by, I believe, Plastic Swans that was, and a lovely lots of other wonderful creations by creators and other people who have contributed their stuff to the workshop, which I'm very grateful for. So if you want to know who exactly those these things were made by, well, you gotta watch the series, I guess. So without further ado, let's go through. So this is the main street. We have all kinds of things on the main street, just like all good main streets need. There's like a little creamery where you get some ice cream. On the other hand side, you get some other ice cream if you wanted to. And there is a Gelato Bros, and we do have a vegan restaurant over here. So if we go, well, hold on, I need to go up here where it works. There you go. I made this curb a little bit intentional, because I didn't want to make my people go crazy all over the place. So just a bit of guidance. But look at these things. They even have some wonderful interior, and I'm really digging that. Like, this is so cozy. This is so Main Streety. It's really, really nice. It's simple. It's very clean, very simple. It's not that much work, actually, but it still looks really, really damn good. So if we go out of here, we can focus on this side for a moment, because it's just so good. If you continue on, there's this wonderful big building that also houses another restaurant, and it's kind of something that you do have quite a lot on main streets and entrance areas, because this is where people gather together multiple times throughout the day. If you're with friends, not everyone wants to do the same, so you split up in groups. The other ones want to do some very thrilled stuff. The other ones want to go to spooky stuff. Others don't really like going on rides anyways. They just want to observe and enjoy the scenery, which is all fine. And then you meet up for lunch, and then later on for grabbing dinner or whatnot is another chance. So that is that. And on the other hand side, we do also have a souvenir shop. We have a little cart here on the main street that sells us some popcorn, fresh popcorn, beverages, gives us all the chances. Really cool. By the way, I'm kind of annoyed still that there is no popcorn in the game. That would have been such an easy win for the parades pack. I'm kind of really annoyed by that this is still kind of just like, why don't people run around with like kind of bags of popcorn, That would be so cool. I would even love to see like a little animation, them popping up that like one thing and then, grabbing that with the mouth. I don't know. There's Galpy. Let's say hello to Galpy. Hey, my friend. How you doing? Gulpy Rex. I want to go into a stroll of a little souvenir shop over here. A very simple one. A very simple one. You know, yet we need some simple ones. And then if we go further, there is a pizza area. We can grab some pizza. You can see pizza pen. Gotta love the lighting in this game. I just still wish there was in-game casting shadows over here from the in-game lights. I mean, it's gonna be the same issue in Planet Zoo 2, actually. I would have put my money on the fact that they would also have casting shadows in indoors, but they don't, which is weird. But that's not the topic today. So this is that on this side, and if we continue, there's a Hat Fantastic. There's like another little souvenir shop, another wonderful slushy shop where you get some drinks, and then there is one of the coolest little souvenir shops here on the main street. There are actually two of them in here, so that one is a bit more of a resort-styled one, and then if we go next to the one on the other hand side, there's a bit more of generic kind of park stuff if you want, which has the indicator where to put it down still there. Don't mind that thing. Yeah, no one is working actually right now. I did employ a couple more people, so the park is running. Not sure what exactly happened here. So with that, we come to the end of the main street, which we haven't seen a single ride yet, but we'll get to that. There's like a basic kiosk on here, which I'm a big fan of, and we skip that ticket booth over here where you can get some fast passes and some park maps if you wanted to. But to be honest, you don't really need a park map on that one. It's a fairly simple layout of the park. It's basically around the pond, which is exactly the story of our tour, the story of our park, the story of my family-aimed project here. Really glad with how it turned out. Really happy. There's like a ton of things I saw that I wanted to fix, but like it's I'll get to that at the end of the video. There's no point in fixing that. There's a good story for why not. But yeah, so there's like the Grand Carousel. There's like a flat ride in the back here. There are some other flat rides all over the place. There are some more flat rides. We also have like a train ride going around the park. And we have some other really cool things. But where I want to actually start our journey today is on the right hand side. We're not going to go on that zipper thing. This is the stuff that gets me nauseous in real life. I really want to go on coasters. I can go on coasters easily a couple times right after each other, but it doesn't matter. I can go on there multiple times, no problem whatsoever. But like these things scare me. Anyways, we go over here. There's a wonderful raft ride over here, and I'm very thankful. The creator answered my question how that was done. And it's actually done with a mod, so it's nothing I missed out on, but like you'll see that we're gonna have a ride on this one. It's really, really well done. Potentially my favorite river rapids in the game. I mean, let alone the station looks like a real one, and you just simply cannot imagine how absurdly I would love to have these round like table things as a proper working station. I think if I could wish for like a free update next, and if I need to put my money on something, I think a station overhaul would be the thing. I would also love to see hotels at some point, but for me personally, I would opt for the hotels. I would always opt for the hotels. The stations. Just kind of fooled myself here. I would opt for the stations because it would add so much more realism when people would board these things realistically on these turnstile kind of things. The same goes with that conveyor belt, which is missing in some of the other stations, and just the sheer amount of customizations these days you have with various stations would be great. Anyways, we're gonna hop on here. There you go. We are going to actually ride a river rapids. I think we haven't done that in ages. I can't even remember if we did this in Planet Coaster 2 at all. So that's gonna be our first. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. I'm gonna be alone in here. Look at that. I'm gonna be soaking wet all alone. I mean, so be it. But yeah, look at that one. So gently starting here with the station. Oh, it's so good. Love that pirate dude there. He's mimicking kind of a ride operator, which is, you know, the ride operator still is the most useless staff member in the history of staff members, I guess. So yeah, so off we go. Very nice rock work as well. Want to just say that again. It's not mine, and just goes to show how well blueprints work. and then we just go on to the ride, which it's honestly it's a fairly simple one if you look at it, and we're going to have a look at that from the skies at the end, because again, as I said, the park isn't humongous. It's a sizable park. It's quite nice. It's like a family park, which, you know, in the lore of the story we had going on, is a story that the park starts to grow now. It's the moment where it could change into like a very reasonable theme park, you know, but that's it. So yeah, here we have it. This is what I meant to say. This is the area that is not easily doable with the in-game rapids. So very nicely done over here. We've got these rapids going through a area that is rather normal, nice looking. I'm going to explain that, how it's done, once we are looking at the whole park from above. But for now, I understood the magic. It's a very nice trick, but I wish that we just didn't need that trick in order to achieve what is achieved over here. So that's it's a bit of a pain, but it's really, really nice and really well done. Big fan of that. Big fan of the ride itself. These waterfall kind of things I always hate, because I'm always the one being close to those when I'm on these rides. But it's funny, like, I do know pretty sure the last time I've been on a river rapids myself in real life was actually with the late designer. It's quite a while ago, and the biggest reason for that was in the Efteling. But the biggest reason for that is the other river rapids I have close by is the one in Phantasialand, and that one is a guaranteed soaking wet experience, no matter when you do that. And I've been there only when it was super bad weather and actually freaking cold. And yeah, to avoid catching a cold, I did avoid going on that one. I love it. It's kind of that one with the elevator. Very nice design. I love that. It's just right next to Mystery Castle and the Taron area, which, yeah, it's amazing. It's one of the, I think, best themed river rapids I know of. But yeah, lovely stuff. But yeah, oh, look at these trees. That's not the creator's fault, by the way. I spammed some trees in the last episode, so yeah, we're just going through the mangrove areas. But that's about it, you know. That is the ride on our wonderful river rapids over here. We're gonna sit through that now, because this is kind of the maintenance area, which I've really rarely seen done any times. Like there, you can see there are some other rafts you can pull in. It's like these kind of things I would wish to have actually when we would get a station overhaul, is actually transfer tracks for maintenance areas, because I personally think this would add like another huge layer of management. I would love to make a video about this specifically, so if you guys are interested, please let me know in the comments down below if you would be interested in a video that just really focusing on the chances, on the opportunities that would be there if we would have a station overhaul. I made this already in the past, but since that was a video that was going mostly above more things than just like the stations. That was a bit of a video about more improvements. I wish to make one dedicated to what stations could have an impact on, because I think it just could be massive. It could be actually the same level of impact as parades may have, even bigger maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so this is that, and from over here we can actually move back. I think there's a way to go actually around here. I'm not entirely sure if that is to the entrance. Let's have a look. There's like a little seating area, and this is, oh no, this is just like here in the back from the, there is somewhere over here. Yeah, there you go. There's like you can press that thing and then you plop on these, like you can shoot these cannons and make the fountains go on. And then that guy is like doing exactly this. He's like pointing on that one. It's so cool. I love these interaction points, like these interactive points. They are so cool. They make it really valuable, so people do go into certain areas. Just like, I love it. I'm also wondering if I should put off the music now. I mean, it's been kind of vibey at the beginning, but I'm like debating with myself right now if it wasn't better to just have some more park music. Hold on, I'm just gonna fix this real quick. Woo, look at that. Oh, we can jump. I didn't even know. Why is that not on spacebar though? There we have that. Tone down the music a little. So I could actually up the in-game music as well of the game. Oh, I didn't mean to do that one. Well, I'm gonna go back here where we were, and then Let's actually go to settings and audio and then hit the master volume a little higher. So we can put this up to like 65, something like that. Should be fine. Here we go. And now we should have a bit more atmosphere. There you go. That's much better. Much better. I think we're in a park. We need some atmosphere. Okay, so we go on. And I like the fact that we do also have some lockers in between. Like just, yeah, big fan. Just big fan of all these little details. Oh. That's pretty loud for my ears, so I'm going to continue here right away. Because, well, this is just an area over here I quite like as well. It's like the closed... Oh my god. There's like a dude over here waiting. We've got some fountains over there, like push, which obviously can't push, but like this is that. And hold on, I'm just going to change something really quick again. I'm very sorry. We're going to sit through that together, but I will actually stop the music entirely. And I'm going to go back to the master volume and put it down like 40% because that was quite loud, wasn't it? And I wanted to just make sure that we also open these things up. I'm a bit confused to why they're around. I remember I did this before recording, and that guy over here can have a well-deserved break. So here we go, and we're gonna go back to the tour. So here we go. I promise I did fix all these things, but maybe I didn't save when I did this last night, and I was too tired to record right away. So maybe that's it. So this is the only coaster we built ourselves, and I completely forgot how the on-ride was. So we should better go there and have a ride on my very own wooden coaster. I remember the comments being very positive about the layout and the overall smoothness and stuff. So I'm kind of as curious now as you are how this ride is gonna go. There's also like a little Lotta Love kiosk over here. We've got like a lot of kiosks and stuff scattered around the park, which I'm a big fan of. And just in the vibe of Pleasure Pond, we are just walking around another pond. God, I'm just witnessing how good the water looks in this game. Oh, damn. This game can look so beautiful. It's like, yeah, I don't want to complain. I'm just enjoying this game way too much right now to complain, but it's really like knowing the potential of it sometimes is just so mind-boggling. Okay, we're going to skip this, you know, sneaky skip this through here, and then just gonna go up through all these people. Hey, move. Gonna just jump. There's quite a massive queue line over here, but we have the special ability of jumping over. So there you go. Where's the next train coming? I'm just gonna... Oh, wait, there it is. There it is. So if I click... Can I just join? Do I have to click somewhere over here? Hello? Just let's have a look. Oh, no train and station. You can't board if there's... Oh, there you go. Look at that. Fantastic. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Okay, let's have a look. Yay. Off we go. Okay, so far so smooth, I want to say. Whee! Just going to follow that around just like a guest would around that birch tree. And then we go. Just leave your hands with you. We are just not yet there, you know. You can have them up once we go up again. How are you doing? Do we have to be scared? Please keep all your body ingredients with you, please, at all times. Okay, down we go. Whee! Bit of airtime. Wee! Right, left. Pretty simple. Taking in that turn. Very smooth indeed. Almost too smooth for that kind of coaster. Where's that little rattle? And then we go down, left, get another bit of airtime. Ooh, very nice. Bit of a more tight curve here. Left, right, left. And off we go into the station. That is a pretty gentle but very smooth family ride. Exactly how I wanted it to be. That's really, really nicely done. Really nicely done. Yeah, I mean, the station is as simple as it can be, to be honest. Oh, and that one over here is kind of dangerous. No railing on the pathway. I mean, this is what I said at the beginning, you know. This is just, it's not perfect. And this is, by the way, where we come off of that thing with the restaurant, you know, another area where people technically would gather together quite often in real life. But yeah, so following this, we have some more cool stuff to witness. We're not just hopping on all the flat rides. That is just way too much. We've got a train moving around as well. Now we made it. And I tried to also realize a couple of things in this project, which I also do in my super detailed ones as well. But I see people always like asking for inspiration, how to make these theme parks more real. And I think what we've just witnessed a couple of times is something happening so often in theme parks, where you have the entrance in one area that is almost guiding you into another, but it stops you here to enter the ride. And what the exit does, in many cases, it forces you to relive the entire area again, to come here, to eventually ride again, or at least have a very nice, fond memory of what you've just experienced, you know? There's like that one anticipation going onto the ride, which is done by, you know, sneakily showing you parts of the coaster, like you have on the left-hand side over here, or you go here and you just pass through below the coaster up until you see all the coaster. And then when you left the station, you're basically put into an area together back there with like a restaurant, or quite often you also have some souvenir shops there and so on, which, by the way, we could still have more of those in the park, as the guests were complaining, but that is a different story. And so, yeah, it offers you then to be in that area again, which you gotta have to look at that at Disney or lots of Phantasialand. So these areas do that quite often. You know, when you exit Taron, for example, you are like in a corner of the Viking area, and you're just gonna go through some little alleys and walkways to basically end up on the town plaza, which is very close to the entrance then again. So it is kind of the way you do that. And this is this kind of project gave me the freedom to create that with this coaster. Then we've got one of my favorite flat rides done by creators on the market. I've used that already multiple times. I love the layering. I love the fact how it is like gently put down in here. And I almost ended up on exactly this ride yesterday on the Rheinkirmes in Düsseldorf, which is where I work. And actually it's not the same. I was about to go to the Breakdancer, which isn't having this from the above. It basically has all those turnstiles from the bottom, and it does also rotate on its own as well. But never mind. I didn't go because my colleagues didn't want to. So I would have been left being the only one, and so that was something I didn't want to do. And frankly, I'm also not the biggest fan of these type of rides. I'm like really more of a coaster guy, despite the fact some of the flat rides I do like. But yeah, I think this integrates super well in any park. It's such a generic design which fits in almost every area, but you could also switch it up easily by putting in some other fences and a couple of other plants, and it immediately would look different. But yeah, we also do have a bit of a more nicey little fantasy area over here, which we integrated to hug this little flat ride, which is again more of a generic one anyways. But I like the fact having this kind of mystical plaza over here next by the pond, adding a bit of fantasy, bit of vibes and stuff like that. Whoops, don't mind this little break. I just got a call in the middle of the recording via WhatsApp web. I didn't even know that this is interrupting your recording. I do hope that it is not caught by the audio. If so, I gotta edit that out. It's a bit of a shame. Now I have a cut in here, and normally I do like editing my videos as one. God, I've never seen the interior done so properly in here. I mean, like that is all the interior obviously from the game, which, Frontier, if someone of you is watching, why can we not have all these things as in-game models as well? Like, they are modeled, right? These are elements like trays and cake. Well, that is a cake that's not like from this one. Good lord, but like these pottery and that cabin and or like the oven and like these boxes and plates and whatnot. Like, why can we not have these individual pieces as well if they're already modeled? Like hell. But anyways, these things over here, they are really. Oh my god, that train. Really nicely done. So I wish to see that. I believe also there's too much scaling mod being used over here, but whatever. So let's go on. You guys need a good pee, so go for that one. And we continue our little stroll in here. I am really willing to go on another coaster with you guys in a bit and show you some other cool stuff. But yeah, let's have a little look here on that bulb turning around. Really cool. I love that little thing. Super cool. Like that thing looks fantastic. And then we have these ones from Taggy. Oh my god, I love them so much. Like the fact that he animated this thing in game is just absurd to me. Like even that little wiggle on that tiny mushroom thing there when it hits them, it's just I have no words for that. This guy is a wizard. He certainly is. Okay, but we're gonna make our way from over here into that coast area. God, I've never ridden that thing since the moment putting that in. I actually did not, so I'm really curious now as well. So there's our little viewing platform that has been added. So this all came with, oh my god, like they're all taking like a selfie from that cool area here. I would absolutely do so too. Look at that. I just look at all the photo session going on over here. I'm loving that. We've placed all these things down here to get some interaction in. Like you can really see how much the addition of the vista points and event points, how much that actually changed the dynamic of the game. Big fan. Yeah, we're gonna have like this Eurofighter kind of style thing in here. We're going to have a look. There's like ladies and gents for like a toilet area over here. I must admit that this entire coaster area is one of the best designed ones I've seen on the workshop. Like it doesn't only come with the coaster and theming, which is a very natural theming, to be honest. It's not like it's very generic also, if you wish. This is nothing you put like in a pirate area, so which I personally am a big fan of, because then you can design this to your own liking if you want to. But it does also come with the advantage of having an entire area with it. So you got some toilets, some restrooms, you got a lot of benches and resting areas. You do get a nice entrance exit kind of play, but they also even went so far to add in like the proper backstage housing and stuff. And up until this area, this is where the area ends, this is where my stuff begins, but you can really tell how this is all a very nicely put together piece, which allows you to add like a full section. So this is the entrance, you can see, and the whole thing is called Grapevine. We've got some safety and rider info. Before joining the queue, please read the following instruction. This ride features elements not intended for young children or for people with physical disabilities that may prevent the lap restraints from functioning. Loose items such as phones and jewelry must be securely fastened. I'm going to get a bit smaller here to read it better out. Securely fastened or stored with a member of staff for the duration of the ride. Ride staff may refuse entry to any person they deem to be unfit under these criteria. Please enjoy the ride. Which is, you know, all that kind of... In Germany, you would need to ride like twice as much to be secure from everything. But yeah, let's go in and have a little look around. A fountain here in the middle. This guy wears like a little sorcery hat. Beautiful. And then we're just gonna go around and enjoy. Gosh, I should definitely do more tours in Planet Coaster 2. It's so good. Look at the clarity now of this game, and this, oh god, it's so good. I'm just like standing here seeing, oh, it's just like, I'm so in awe. I am so in awe. So Grapevine, we are coming up on here. It's actually not the longest queue ever. I thought it's actually much longer, but it's very nicely tied into this area here anyways. So wait, this is the exit. Can I hop on? Hello? Okay, I have to wait for the next train to enter the station. There we go. I think we should be able to. Right, Grapevine, there you go. And now let's do that. Let's do exactly this. I'm wondering, like, shall we... I mean, normally I like to go for the bumper camp. You know what? I'm just going to change the seat at least to be a little bit more in the center, which normally goes for a better enjoyment. But let's do that. I'm really curious, you know? I'm really curious to see how that ride is. As I said, I haven't been on it. Don't mind some of the trees in here going through the train line. We'll get to that. Okay, so let's enjoy. Ooh, so exciting. There you go. Let's go. Bit of airtime. Second launch. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Oh, it's so smooth. Oh, what a great pace. What a fantastic pace, actually. Ooh, there's another launch. Yay. That's a custom loop. Oh, I love that. That is a custom one. That was like a little jaggy edge, but that's fine. Going around here. Right, left, and tightens up quite dramatically. It's like being a bit of a drama queen here. Up we go. Wonderful. Oh, look at that. I love that helix that you have that inside, actually. Oh, you've got a downwards angled launch. Oh, that is cool. Sending you into that. Oh, I love it. Love it. So cool. Oh, that view of the tower was so good. And then we've got that lower stall over here going down. Ooh, I should... Oh my god. That's my fault. And then we go into another row. Oh, that was a bit harsh. And then off we go here. Left-handed. Another high point. Very nice. And we go into the back. Oh, I love that. That is a fantastic coaster, my friends. That is a very, very good coaster. Ooh, I love the pacing. It's on the longer side, but I really, really like that. I myself like longer rides anyway, so that is fine. But like I mean, the pure vista in this park, and like it's so good. There we got a train passing by with the steam. Oh, it's so good. So we did do most of the rides now. As I said, we're not going to go on all the flat rides. That is a bit overkill. But what we do have to do, I have to show you something I did, which I'm very curious to see what you guys say about that. It's a very nice, fun bit here. So we're going to go there around that planta. One of the best tracks in the game. Really love it. So let's pass by the very loudest. Hello, King Coaster. How are you doing? Ha ha ha. Dancing around here. I gotta show you something. Maybe you've spotted that already because we walked by there already. We've seen it from behind, but maybe you didn't. So there is a tiny little backstage area. We're just going to grab that ribbon over here, push it over, and go in because we are exclusive staff members. We are allowed to. So we go up here. So we find ourselves now on the back side of where we just were. You know, there's that coaster. Look at the views over here. Ooh, wee! Wow, perfect moment to catch it. And then we go into that second element. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. So cool. It looks faster from the outside than it actually rides, but it's most likely the case. So there's a door. Shall we open that? Go in. Ooh, there's like a little walkway. Okay, we're gonna go in. And we are... Boom. We are in a little back office supervising that park. You can see some of the areas here on the screens. People have them open to check up what's going on. Some of them even have the phone left over here. And then we've got a big old control center in here. Just to mention, we are on the main street, as you can see, and there's like even one of the windows you can look outside. But what I wanted to show you is that over here is a desk, you know, and that desk actually has a feature. It can move up, as you can see, to make you stand, and it can come back down again. So that is something very good if you have back pain, and you know, that is something I can explain way better in my advertising self, I should say. So I'm just gonna go here and click. Story time. For a while now, my left arm was kind of numb. After consulting some doctors, we found out it's because I'm sitting like a shrimp on my desk. Too much work, wrong posture, and, well, in fact, just way too much working while sitting. In addition to some neck training and posture correction, the doctor also asked me to grab a standing desk or a movable desk. And this is where my friends from FlexiSpot come in. I actually told them the story and asked if I could have a discount or anything, but they said, you know what, we're gonna send you the Easy 7 Pro, you test it and see if that works for you. And oh boy, does that work. This is a fantastic premium movable desk and it has some really cool features. But honestly, I'm good at building in Planet Coaster, but I'm not good at building in real life. However, the setup was so easy I forgot even to record most of the footage. It was so quickly set up. And in addition to that, the desk has some incredible force. You can see the footage of me being lifted up and down, which is crazy. And the best part is there's no wobble, no problem whatsoever. If that sounds good for you, use the link to save 150 bucks off that table to not feel like an old man like me. There are countless mix and match opportunities with like colors and desk shapes and forms and material. And the best part is, in this video you even saw a little spoiler of a project what I'm running right now. Yes, you gotta go back to that and find it. But now check out the code, check out the store. It is absolutely worth it and it does relieve the pain. Okay. All right, stop that, stop it. There you go. So what what I wanted to show you with this, obviously the table, we can just make it move it up and down. I love that. I'm using taggy sliders, by the way. If you wonder how I got this distance set up, this is a slider, which I'm going to show you something. It's actually hilarious. Woo! There's a train passing by. This is a very dangerous situation over here. Don't mind this one. I got to say something about this in a second. I hope you guys like the introduction of that little thing. So basically, this is the window you just saw. That's where the table is sitting in. And what's kind of funny is, oops, where is the, oh, don't mind me. Can I jump up? Oh, can I jump up here, by the way? Is that what? I can't jump even up on that edge, right? Oh my god. Okay, what I wanted to show you, it's kind of hilarious, is the whole mechanism, because I didn't move it properly down in the... I just found out later when I was going around, I found out that the mechanism is here. So this is basically the slider moving the desk up and down. And these are the event trigger points on there to play the game, play the video, play the ad, and play the up and down and stuff like that. So... yeah, I hope you guys like the introduction, or the integration, I shall say, of that little ad for the table. I'm actually just using right now, I must say, this one, obviously is an ad, and obviously I got it for free and can test it out. But the story around it is fully true. I still have some issues with my neck, and the table is helping massively. And I just wanted to reinforce, if you guys spend a lot of time on your PC or sitting, which most of us PC players or console players do, you get older, just like me. I warn ya, it is the case. And I did not know how really important that is to have the ability to stand up and do that. And honestly, my setup is kind of heavy. My setup is not super balanced and weighted out. It's really kind of also like all a bajillion cables and whatnot. I had a couple of other products inside before, and I just I went to IKEA, for example, and then just tested some of their lifting stuff in there. To be honest, that all felt kind of weird. You know, if I imagine putting my tower on and my monitors, I already felt the wobble. And the best part about that table, and price-wise, FlexiSpot is totally fair. They're not the cheapest, they're not the most expensive, they look super fair, but you really do get the value for it. And this is what I'm saying right now is by any means sponsored. I offered them to include that ad again at the end of the series now, because I'm just so convinced by that product. By over 1.5 or 2 months, I have it now by now. So this is also why I'm talking a bit more about this right now. I'm fully convinced, and if you need something like that, or if you're someone who is sitting quite a lot, make sure to look into that. They also have a lot of combination possibilities with the tables. You don't need that massive one I have. I'm rocking the biggest plate you can have, the biggest desk to fit all my stuff on here. But you can very well go with a smaller one, and then it's much cheaper. And again, with my code and with my link, you save 150. So if you go for the cheapest setup, I believe it must be around 300 for you, and then you get the whole thing already. And you can also customize that with a different kind of display to move it up and down. There's like an RGB option for that too. Honestly, I could have gotten that one too, but I went for simplicity. I don't see the reason for having an RGB one there, to be fully honest with you. But yeah, I promised you also to go up. And by the way, this is not the surprise or not the big announcement of the video, by the way, in case you think I said the ad was that. It's not. So yeah, this is the park from above. As I promised also, we are quickly talking about the raft, how this is done, and then I am going to tell you what's happening next, which is kind of exciting. So here we go. This is the river rapids, how it's been done, and specifically this area over here looks kind of crazy because you can't really do elements like that in the in-game rapids. But where you do see the difference already is, if you look at the color of the water, you can clearly tell that this is not the same kind of water as is in the ride, and the same goes about this whole area over here. So basically the entire back part here is also custom done, and you can see the big difference in this specific area. So you transition from here into another one. So the the way they did this is there is a mod which is unlimited or unlimited track limits, I guess it's called, and you can then do some invisible pieces. There's like one piece that allows you to build one invisible piece, and which is exactly they did over here. So they did build like an invisible track that looks like as if, you know, it's doing exactly this movement. So yeah, that is how it's done, and then they just overlaid the whole thing with custom stuff. So all these kind of wooden guidance rails, railing things, they are actually handmade, and only these things are in game. So they do match up quite well, and this even did trick me into believing that was real. But yeah, a big fan of it, a absolutely superb one. And so let's draw a conclusion. But before we do this, again, incredibly grateful I am. Just speaking a bit like Yoda. Yoda? What the heck? Yoda. Also putting some music back on now, being in here. I'm so grateful for the incredible amount of engagement on this series. Like, in all honesty, I have not expected this to happen. I ran out of time, in all honesty, before my holidays, so I needed to find a solution to give you guys some proper kind of content you deserve. And while I was trying to get Big Thunder Mountain finished, so I had that a bit of stuff, then I just couldn't. There was like too much other stuff to do, and so I ended up doing something in real time because, well, practically that is the easiest thing to do for me as a creator, because like 1 hour of recording is equaling 1 hour of content, which for the most part is the easy solution, but most of the times not what people want to see. You guys showed me the opposite, and you guys showed me one specific thing. The demand for simplicity nowadays is bigger than ever, and my inner will, and you know that, I'm doing this for 10 years now, and you know I've been doing some crazy recreations, I've been doing some incredibly detailed rides that took me months to finish, and that always is my aim. But with this series, I also learned a lot. I learned that you don't need to always aim for perfection in order to enjoy this specific game. And it's also a testament to the improvement of Planet Coaster 2 over the first game. You can play this game a lot more casual than the first game, due to most of the advanced tools we have now, like brushes and the better pathing. Even though I still fight the pathing, but like this main street you see over here, it's a fun fact, which is not fun. If you would have done this main street in Planet Coaster 1, no matter with the aim of doing a great park or not, it would have taken you the entire time I took for the entire series. It would have taken me 5 hours to get a main street looking like this with the pathing, seamless and nicely plaza like this in the first game. It's virtually impossible. So you would have done many things to achieve this. If at all you would have been able to achieve this, which I can't really see you could. So that is a testament to how good Planet Coaster 2 is. And I can only recommend to every single one of you, play the game. Give it a go, give it a chance. You can play this casually. You can feel good grabbing stuff from the amazing workshop and doing something fantastic. But this is exactly it. I don't want to stop here. There are like so many people giving me so many ideas in the comments about this specific series over here, which I won't continue because that one it's finished. It is the framework I had in mind for my holidays. I'm back from holidays. I'm ready to do something new. But I'm ready to do exactly the same thing. I want to sit down for 5 to 6 hours on a weekend and prepare the same thing for you again. And I think also the schedule kind of worked very nicely by just having a video every other day. So it's very easy for you to prepare for watching the videos, to plan in the content, and it's very easy for me to just do that one time and then go on. However, this time around, I want to ensure that you guys have even more chance to interact and to be part of it. So I want you, first of all, before we do that, ensure to follow the channel and go to my Discord, because I will try to handle that in my Discord by building a thread where we can then go and make sure that you guys are involved as best as possible. So the way I'm doing this is, and also by the way, what we can do while I'm talking, because it's too boring to just sit here, let's hop on a train and then just have a little ride through our wonderful park over here. I'm just gonna do this. Or actually, you know what? Can we just go for cinematic? There we have it. Let's go a bit of cinematic with the train. So the way we are doing this is relatively straightforward. There will be a I think you can do a survey on the video immediately, so it should pop up now. Or if not, I will do a survey. Actually, I will additionally do that anyways, but there will be a survey on the channel and in the Discord as well. And you will be able to pick from 3 or 4 different themes. At least at the moment, I have in mind to go for a pirate theme, or we are going to go for a sci-fi. And the third one is actually going to be just for like island resort kind of theme. And what is that kind of... That is a very cinematic camera, my friends. Frontier, what the heck is this? But yeah, so this is how I want to go on. I want to give myself another framework that makes it easy and limited to a certain thing. Maybe I'm adding a 4th option as well. But once we decided to go for one, once we ended up having one specific go, then you guys can prepare blueprints, because I'm not going to record this right away. I will give you guys like a week or 2 of time to either hand in existing blueprints of a theme that we've decided for, or actually do some blueprints for the park. And I will give you the chance to do various ones, and then I'm gonna not say which one I'm gonna pick. This is going to be part of the series, so it's, you know, you guys stay curious, and it's going to be fun to discover if I used it or not. And I'm going to then record the full series, which is going to be very, very cool. I cannot wait for that. It's been so much fun. I have got some very cool ideas how to even improve on the park building to make it even more seamless and quick, to be honest. And I'm gonna limit myself again to like 6 hours maybe, and then cutting this into like half-hour episodes would then equal to about 12 episodes, which if you do this every other day, it's about a month of content for you guys, if that makes sense. Maybe we go to a bit more, so we've got 15 episodes for like a month. Could be the whole month of August or whatever. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. I'm very much looking forward to this. I hope you guys are in for it. And I say that right away. There is a little catch to it. I will only do this if there's enough people taking part in it. So I will do the survey. I will see how many people take part in the survey. And then I will also see how many people are willing to contribute. Because when I learned one thing from the past, it's sometimes you cannot repeat the same thing again. Sometimes it's just like people had it, loved it, but then it's fine. And if that's the case, I'm all in for that. I do some other stuff as well. But I feel like there's a chance to do even more and settle for another theme. And if you guys have a completely different theme, put it in the comments. If everyone is like, hey, let's do Western instead, hey, I'm also open for that. But I want to just leave some space for the future, you know? But in any case, that shall be it finally. Let's hop off. I want to just see the park again because it's just too good. Yeah, my friend, I as I said, I completely enjoyed this one. Way more than I thought. I gotta be honest with you. I did not think that I'm enjoying this so much. In fact, I had to stop myself from recording to finally editing it before the holidays. I could have gone on. I could have just easily throw in like another area here. But like the reasonable part in my mind, the rational one told me to stop. But yeah, this is the same now. I have to stop. I could ramble forever. But thank you guys so much for the ongoing support in this project. The amount of views, the amount of comments, the amount of contributions to this project really blew my mind. I'm really happy and feel genuinely thankful for all the support you guys gave me. Big thumbs up to all of you guys. Big hump shake from the camel. So thank you guys so much. I wish we can repeat that. I wish we can do that again. It's been awesome. Thank you so much. And don't forget to check out FlexiSpot and the EZ7 Pro. Linky is not only in the description or in the linky in the top right corner with the ad. It's also going to be in the pinned comment. So yeah, thank you so much. Don't forget to add in your opinion about what we should do next, and all other criticism and comment you want to do, drop it down below. Many thanks. Have a wonderful time, guys. Until next time. Goodbye.